all of y'all.
You don't want to have that, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Not even all the pages, so I don't know.
You ready? All right. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the March 4th, 2025 South Fulton Development Authority Board meeting. We will call this meeting to order, and we will begin with the roll call. I am Mercedes Miller, and I am the chair at large.
John DeLago, District 1.
James Reese, District 4.
Nathan Lewis, Treasurer.
Dana Tucker Davis, District 2 Board Secretary.
Missing a mic, but I'll go over this way. Phyllis Minter, District 6.
Stacy Williams, District 5.
All right. Thank you very much. Did everyone get an opportunity to review the agenda?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Are there any additions, deletions from the agenda? If not, I would entertain a motion to approve the agenda as is.
I make a motion that we approve the agenda as is.
Okay, it's been motioned by Stacy. Is there a second?
Second.
Which one?
Phyllis, second.
Okay, Phyllis second. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please raise your hand and say aye.
Aye.
I think that was unanimous. Did everyone get an opportunity to look at the minutes from our February 4th meeting?
Yes.
Okay. After reviewing the minutes, are there any additions, deletions, or changes to the minutes? If not, I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes as they are presented. Yes,
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move that we adopt the minutes as written.
thank you. It's been motioned. Is there a second?
I second.
It's been motioned and second. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please signify by raising your hand and saying aye.
Aye.
All right, very good. We're moving on. We have several citizens in the audience, and we would give them an opportunity to introduce themselves if they would like to make any comments. Mr. City Manager, would you like to introduce yourself? Thank you. Next person. Just introduce yourself. All right, thank you. Yes, sir.
Concerned citizen. What is
Thank you. There are no citizens. If there are no citizens' comments, we're going to move on to our first presentation, which is the Economic Development Update. And we'll turn it over to Artie Jones.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Okay, on last month, we were able to participate in two grand openings. Well, actually, one grand opening and one re-grand opening. UPS store in the Kroger Plaza on Old National Highway. We were able to actually congratulate them for opening another UPS store on the corridor, and then also Gaucher's Breakfast Bar located on Cascade. They had a grand reopening. They were able to increase their 2,000 square foot restaurant to 3,800 square feet. There's a lot more room in there, great atmosphere. My staff and I, we had the opportunity to participate in this event, but also we were able to go back for lunch about a week later. But it's a better feel for it, better vibe, a lot more elbow room. So if you guys are in the area, you definitely want to go over and visit Gaucher's Breakfast Bar. As far as community engagement, the South Fulton Downtown Development Authority had their retreat, and that was a when we were getting all that nasty weather, but that was a pretty successful retreat. The South Fulton Human Services Coalition and also the South Metro Development Outlook Conference. A number of you were in attendance at the Georgia International Convention Center, where there were a number of leadership from the South Side and also the region were able to make presentations. But like I said, it was a great event. I believe that everybody in attendance enjoyed themselves. And we were able, the economic development staff, we had a booth set up where we were able to give a lot of materials. We were able to get a lot of cards also. And we have had several meetings since then with several of the individuals that we met at the South Metro Development Outlook Conference. Okay. You guys know that we've been struggling trying to get a date for the facade grant award ceremony. We provided 4 dates to the assistant city manager, and she is now circulating a date to the city council to see which date would work best for them to be able to participate in the facade grant check ceremony. Stay tuned. We should have that information within the next couple of days so that you can place it on your calendars and be ready to participate and to be able to award these grants to various recipients in the city of South Fulton. There's a Georgia Academy course that is coming up on Tuesday, April 29th. It's going to be downtown Atlanta at the GMA building at 201 Pryor Street. If anyone is interested in participating in the Georgia Academy, please contact myself or Nayla Daniels, and we'll get you guys signed up and ready to go. And at this time, I'll turn the time back over to the chairman or address any questions that anyone might have.
Yes,
So my question was about the ARPA facade grant ceremony. Is it? I saw the dates were in yellow, but is the time still going to be like 11:30 in the day?
Yeah, the time is still 11:30 to 1:30. You can get there earlier. Everything will be ready to go at 11 o'clock. We want people to go ahead and get their food, socializing and everything. At 11:30, we'll kick things off, and hopefully within an hour, it'll actually be over with at that time. If you still want to hang around and socialize after the fact, that's what will push you to 1:30. Yes, sir.
Regarding the DDA retreat, was there any discussion on responsibilities and area of authority?
I'm sorry, what's your question again?
The DDA retreat.
The DDA retreat.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There was a conversation out of the last meeting that talked about DDA versus DA in making decisions.
There was not any discussion while I was there on that, but that's something that we will be addressing when we have the joint retreat amongst all of the economic development organizations. And I believe that's tentatively scheduled for what, August? August 21st.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, thank you. Are there any further questions of Artie? Thank you, Artie, for your presentation. Now we're going to move to our committee reports. The Vision Ad Hoc Committee, any updates?
I am not aware of any updates on the website design, but we will be meeting with our team very soon because they'll be planning their site visit. They'll be here for 2 days filming and taking pictures of the city. So I'm sure that'll be getting scheduled soon.
So we have, the website is moving along. Thank you. The Activities Committee? Oh, yes.
Question. Do we know when they're going to come for the 2 days to film yet?
They have not firmed up that date yet.
But it will be the week of April 21st that they're looking at.
Oh, the week of
The
April.
week of April 21st. And you, as you can see in front of you, it says South Fulton DA video shoot meeting with Marketing Alliance.
Oh, this right here.
Yes. This is the latest minutes from the meetings that we have with the Marketing Alliance. So if you guys are interested in kind of being caught up to where we are and what we're doing right now, this particular page will help you to navigate and figure out where we are.
And if anybody would like to volunteer to speak or have your video, please let us know.
So to be clear, this report that you gave us is related to the website?
Yes.
Yes, it is. And what they're going to be doing when they come down for the video shoot, they ask for 4 testimonials of various individuals, companies that can speak to what City of South Fulton has to offer. I've identified a couple of individuals for the videos, but I need 2 additional individuals. I'm trying to get a nice spectrum of different individuals. Not everybody in the restaurant business, not everyone in the industrial business, but kind of a nice spread. And also, I was thinking of having maybe your chairman to say a few words because she can speak too.
That's a good idea.
She can,
It's a great idea.
but
You are funny. Okay, we're gonna move on to the Activities Committee.
Okay, we do not have updates this month.
Don't have an update?
No.
Okay, very good, thank you. Civic Engagement, all right, and the Finance Committee.
No true update, just update on the balance. The current balance in the account is $764,035. Had a call with Artie to try to work on a report to get you guys something on a regular basis with some more details outside of the balance. But outside of that, nothing else to report.
Okay,
and one additional thing.
No,
Nathan,
no.
One additional thing I'd like to add, and this is what Isaac and I have been working on. You remember the Carter deal that you guys did?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, they've been invoiced. They owe us like $90,000.
Okay.
That 1/8 of 1%. So they should be sending. They may have already sent it. It just hasn't. We don't have a bank statement that actually shows that. But it will. The bank statement on next month should show an
Oh,
additional.
great.
An addition of funding for the.
So my question was to Nate, the balance went up from last month?
Yeah.
Or it's the same? Okay. and
It went up by $2,264.
And is that attributable to interest or?
Interest only.
are there any further questions for the Finance Committee? Okay, we are moving on to new business. We are going to start with the International Economic Development recruitment from the mayor. There are rules to this. This is only a 10-minute presentation. There's a 5-minute Q&A. James is going to be keeping time. Please stick to the subject. Don't veer off the subject of the International Economic Development recruitment. Mayor, you have the floor.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. You all are pulling this slide presentation up. So I have been traveling a lot internationally, and people have been asking about my vision for international economic development, and we are going to just wait till we have the right. Don't count this against my time.
Nice presentation, man.
No, I wish I could take credit. Well, while that's coming up, so I know we're on a live Zoom. My name is Kobe. I am the mayor. I am born and raised here in the city of South Fulton, and I grew up right along Old National right here. So I've been traveling the world selling South Fulton as a place to do business for the diaspora, and I have some observations that I want to share with you all as soon as we get this PowerPoint together.
IT is going to IT. So,
I mean, I thought it was playing earlier.
it was.
Yeah.
Not till later.
It's playing food right now. The chicken and rice, the chicken is kind of dry. Like the
We're not
chicken
counting
was
your
hot.
time yet.
It's good.
We wouldn't do you like that.
Oh, so that one's coming up over there.
They're just working on bringing the PowerPoint up so the people that are joining online can see
Is
what
people
you all
online?
are seeing.
Is people online?
Remember back in the day, I'm gonna tell them my age
At
now.
the beginning of the meeting, you said there
You
was
remember
7 cities.
the
Did
ditto
we talk
machines?
about
They had
people
the
online?
the first PowerPoints. They had the
I don't know.
little
I don't know.
clear things that
Because we
you
didn't put
put
it
on
on
the
there.
projector.
Yes. What were they? What were they, Artie? You remember they were clear.
Are we still
Yeah.
live?
The trans
You talking about the ones right
You had
now?
to put them in reverse.
and the light. And
Yes, and then the light, and then it will project on the wall.
I think I was
Y'all,
sleeping during that
y'all,
time.
y'all kind of ancient.
And for
Y'all kind of ancient.
for copies, we would hand out ditto paper. You remember the blue?
Yeah,
It was wet.
it was a carbon paper.
Yeah.
And the
Not the
mimeograph.
carbon paper.
The
There was one that you
mimeograph.
would roll on a
The
press, and it
mimeograph was
always
something
came out
Well,
blue.
we'd always
That was the only color.
Oh, y'all real.
I don't know.
That was before your time. That was before your time.
I got one
Somewhere
better.
at home, I got a piece of
Remember
paper that's mimeograph.
doing research, the microfiche.
Yes.
Micro-
Yes,
And the Dewey Decimal System. I remember we had to learn that
I remember that.
at Love T. Nolan Elementary. Here we go.
Telling y'all ancient.
There we go.
There you go.
Nowadays,
Are we ready?
technology is a hit or miss. But those days,
It was on point, wasn't it?
Yes.
Okay.
Last library.
Are we ready? Oh,
You start the time.
yes, no, yes. Okay.
All right, I think we're ready. I got more slides than time. Go ahead and hit next. So right now, we'll start right here. Go back one. Right now, we are in our comprehensive plan update. This is really critical to our economic development. Go to the next slide. As you will, all of you are familiar, maybe some of you watching online are not, our city is kind of a crazy hodgepodge of districts. And one of the things that we need to decide is our comprehensive land use. That leads right into what we're talking about. I next am famous for noting that the city of South Fulton, with a 93%, what I call American African population, is the blackest city in the United States. I believe that that is not just a matter of cultural pride and a way that we can instill pride in terms of cleaning up our streets and things like that, but it is also a method of economic development. Go to the next, hit next again. And so what I want to talk about are the land use plans that I see us having, and it's really leaning into what we are doing already in the city. We have an industrial section. You all may not know, next slide, but a lot of the industrial is actually light industrial. Oh, our slides look different. Okay, yes. A lot of our slides, a lot of our industrial is actually light industrial and in the film industry. When you go, if you go back one slide, I'll tell you when to go next. Yes, hold right there. On Fulton Industrial Boulevard, we have 8 production studios, 2 prop houses, 2 sound stages, and a rigging company. And so the direction that I feel that we should be heading along Fulton Industrial is light industrial manufacturing and the film industry. That will take a lot of the trucks off of our streets. A lot of our industrial areas are usually like heavy industrial. They're for like warehouses and data centers. But these are things that are happening already that we can build upon. Somehow these slides got out of order. It's okay. Next. So when I this is part of the presentation that I made in Ghana and I've been making around the world, right? This is, you all may be familiar with this, this is the triangle slave trade. This is where imperial powers in the early 19th century, 18th centuries were taking Africa's most valuable natural resources, their people, to the Americas, and bringing capital into Africa to take the people and our resources out. If you just hit next, you don't have to hit. There's a bunch of animations. 60% of the world's resources are still in Africa. And so go ahead and hit next. What we are talking about doing is yes. What we're talking about doing is reversing this triangle slave trade. How many of you all know that African Americans have $1.6 trillion in spending power? And that's actually a 2022 number. And so what I've been saying to folks throughout the diaspora is that if you want to access this market, this $1.6 trillion in African American spending, the place to start is in the blackest city in America. We are right next. You can go ahead and hit the next slide. I talk about us being, and you're gonna just hit next a couple times, like 1, 2, 3. I usually control these myself. These are, and these presentations, they are purposely in metric measurements, because that is how most of the rest of the world measures things. So we're 250 square kilometers. We have the most available land and the most affordable land in the metro area. We're next to the world's busiest airport. So if you're looking to produce, test, market, and then send your products across United States to really access this $1.6 trillion of African American capital, South Fulton is the place to start. What the continent has, and South America, what the continent has is resources. So I met a brother, this is a anecdote, I met a brother who's about 33 in Ghana. He owns a gold mine. I got to, see pictures of his mine, hold some of the gold, but he doesn't have the capital that we have. So they have the resources, we have the capital, and it's about reverse engineering that triangle slave trade to produce wealth both on the continent and here for us. If you go ahead and hit the next slide. This is one of the, and then you can hit next. Again, this is one of the things that people are most excited about when I travel is I talk about us having the largest industrial corridor on the East Coast, over 5 million square meters of space. We're on the rail lines with the Port of Savannah, which is the largest on the East Coast, and then go ahead and hit the next slide. Or just hit next. We have carriers like UPS and various other, you can hit next again, hit next again. And we have this Freeport tax exemption program. So this is what producers in South America and in Africa are most excited about, is bringing their goods to South Fulton and being able to store them tax-free in our millions of square feet on Fulton Industrial Boulevard. You can hit the next slide. So I've created these sheets. You can hit next 2 times. It's easier when I have like this little clicker. We translated the sheets into French and Spanish. About half of Africa speaks French. Obviously, maybe you all don't know, but the largest population of Africans outside of Africa is actually in Brazil, in Salvador Bahia, and there's a significant population in the Americas and places like Colombia. So we translated this. It basically talks about all the things that I'm running through now. Go ahead and hit the next slide. We also created this website. You all can visit it at southfulton.us. So all the information that is on these pages that we've been marketing are on this website. Hit next. All right, you can play this video. So one of the people that we've been working with is a company called Afrovana. They are on Fulton Industrial Boulevard already. They have cold storage. They import high quality products from Africa, from the continent, to make beauty and health and agricultural products. They already have a cold storage facility on Fulton Industrial Boulevard. They also have one at the farmers market down in Clayton County. If you'll hit next, we're going to play a video, and this is a testimonial from from the owner of Afrovana about some of the work that we've been doing. This has sound. All right, so I'll just narrate the sound because we don't hear it right now. But what we did is we took him down to the Port of Savannah. He was having trouble getting his products out of the Port of Savannah. A lot of things that come from Senegal, Nigeria, West Africa get flagged by customs for being mysterious packages or whatever. So we went and we spoke with the Port of Savannah. We got some of his things out of the port faster. He also has a program with the governor, and you can see all of this on my YouTube page. You can actually hear the testimonial. But the governor helped him get a partnership with Colombia, so he now has a packing house in Colombia. So we're actually helping this international business grow larger just by the travel and the work that we have done. I'm going to go ahead and hit next. We can go on to the next item.
1 minute.
And so I'm going to stop here because I don't have time to go through this entire presentation. I'm just going to take your questions, and we'll maybe go through some slides as I answer your questions.
Thank you very much, Mayor. Are there any questions from the board? Board Member Dana?
Thank you, Mayor. So I watched your presentation, and I know you had to skip through it, but what I repeatedly heard you say was I have a plan, I have a goal, I'm doing this, I want to bring this here. However, we are a board, and I don't recall you being on any of the bus trips that we've taken around the city to figure out what our economic development plans are or should be, or what the needs for economic development are or should be for the city of South Fulton. So I'm trying to understand why you're here after you have already engaged travels and sought international partners or markets without coming to us first to see whether or not that is a part of the plan for the city of South Fulton for us to have any type of international market and international partnerships when there are so many other needs that this board is in the process of determining are important. So I'm trying to figure out what is the goal, because earlier you introduced yourself not as the mayor, but you introduced yourself as a concerned citizen. So I'm not sure if this is a presentation as a concerned citizen or if it's a presentation as the mayor. And if it's as the mayor, when you say we and I, are you talking about the council or you individually? So that's my main question. I'm just trying to figure out, and I feel like this is an effort to legitimize something after the fact. And because we haven't moved. We've been here since I've been on the board almost 2 years. So we have been available, our meetings are published, and so you could come to us and find out what our plans are. But it sounds like you've already traveled and you've already done some things which you put on your slides and coming to us after the fact. So I'm just trying to figure out why now? Why are you coming to us now?
Well, it's actually the same reason that I took these trips. It's because I was invited. I was invited by Ms. Williams and, I'm sorry, Mr. Delay, your board members. They've heard me speaking and they invited me here. I have been to the launch of several of the bus trips. I have been to a couple of meetings. I try to stay away from the meetings as much as possible. I think that sometimes the presence of elected officials, we have been told, can be intimidating. So, you know, we watch online, we read the reports. But when I started talking about us being the blackest city in America, I started to receive invitations from people around the world. So everywhere that I have been, Ghana, Paris, Colombia, all of them have been at the invitations of business leaders and entrepreneurs in those countries who are interested in accessing our markets. So I go where I'm invited. And I talk about South Fulton, and then people are interested in doing business with our city. We're working on a deal with a courier who um, already has operations at Hartsfield Airport. After meeting with them in Ghana, it turns out that they're Ghana-based. They want to open up a second operation center on Fulton Industrial Boulevard. So I basically just, wherever I go, I cheerlead the city. People invite me to speak as they invited me to speak here, and then I just, let people know these are the things this is what the market is interested in doing in South Fulton. So as a council member, when I am sitting in planning and zoning meetings, we get data centers, warehouses, restaurants, nail salons, right? But as I began to talk about this message, there were people who were interested in doing manufacturing, agribusiness, production. They were interested in doing those things, and they sought me out. So that's how I went there, and that's why I'm here.
Well,
talking
thank
about
you for
it
that
tonight.
response, but I don't think it answered my question. So what and I appreciate you saying that you go where you invite and you're invited to these places you go. That's great. But what I'm trying to figure out is once you receive the invitation and then you know that you're going to explore whatever opportunities they are presenting, there hasn't been a interchange of ideas and communication with us. And if you think that we are intimidated by elected officials, I can tell you, working with this board, we're not. I mean, you've come to one meeting that we've had, and you said you were on the bus tour. I don't remember you being on either one of those bus tours that we've taken to figure out what is needed and where the gaps are. And we have our meetings, and we publish our minutes. And so we talk about the things that we need and the leakage studies and all those kind of things. And I don't see that we've had any communications. I have my own law firm, so I don't work for the city, so I don't know if there has been an outreach or request for communication with us, but I do know that you haven't come here. And so I would think that before you go to other countries and work on partnerships and see what they want from us, you know from us what we're looking at and what we have polled and the data that we have that the citizens and the businesses want us to develop here before we go there. And I'm not saying that there is no interest in these type of things. My father owns a hair care product company or whatever. And so I understand what those needs are. So I'm not denying that. I'm just trying to understand. It looks like we're pedaling backwards. And I'm just trying to figure out why we didn't have this conversation before once you got invited.
Well,
Okay,
I'm
once
here.
he, excuse me, but
Yes.
once he answers, we're gonna go to the
Yes.
next question.
Yes, I'm here now. More invitations are coming, and I would love to, on the next set of trade missions and Codels, invite people, as many people as are interested. We do not have an international travel office. We do not have a film office. We are 8 years old as a city. We are building as we climb, and so I'm here to build with those of you all.
Board Member Gill.
Okay, I think I have a couple of questions. The first, I took a look at the comprehensive plan from 2021. Just kind of skimming through, not necessarily for this, but also in order for us to align ourselves with what the city has said that they would like to accomplish, economically. And I did not see in that plan anywhere international trade, international economy, and I know that you were actually on the council as a council person at the time when the comprehensive plan was done. So I'm curious as to how these trips fit underneath the comprehensive plan that you all participated in and developed.
So I believe that insanity is doing the same thing and expecting different results. We adopted a comprehensive plan that wasn't really original. It was, we cut and pasted around the edges of a comprehensive plan that we had before. And for years, we have been trying to attract American companies to the city of South Fulton with the result of data centers, warehouses, fast food places, and gas stations. And so for me, as we are redoing our comprehensive plan now, actually, as mayor, one of the things that I've made sure is that we've started early. Our comprehensive plan isn't due until 2026. 2026. We're starting in 2025. We are also, in that comprehensive plan, re-examining our land use. And so really the point of this presentation is to say, where is the city of South Fulton already succeeding? Where are we seeing demand that matches what we have available in our city? We have land, we have agricultural capacity, and we have this industrial boulevard that people are interested in storing their products in. And so as we redo our comprehensive and our land use plan now, I am calling us to look at doing things differently than we have in the past because it has not produced results.
Okay, we have run out. We are running overtime, so we're going to take one more question from you, and we're going to take a question from Board Member John, and then we're going to close this down.
Okay, so the next question is, since your travels, have you actually identified any firm, new businesses, developers that have actually invested any funds in the city of South Fulton?
Yes, so the expansion of Afravana is one.
But that's not new.
They're,
So, I
they're,
mean,
they're,
new.
well, it's an expansion of their current business. And the courier business that is coming to Fulton Industrial Boulevard is the second.
Okay, what's the name of the courier business?
I don't want to say the name now. They're not, it's a business deal. We don't want to announce anything before they have purchased their land and made their expansion.
That was basically my question. What companies have you engaged that are giving letters of interest to the city?
Yes, we are engaging companies. They are interested. Unfortunately, it's an election year. Things are very political right now. So what is already a dicey thing to do, revealing companies that are interested in expanding into your city, is particularly challenging. But they are coming, and you'll be hearing about them in the future. This was a much longer presentation that really talked about a land use plan for our city, so I will find a forum where I'll have more time for questions and answers, and hopefully you all can see the entire presentation and the vision that I have for our city.
Now, you said that is on YouTube, though, right?
I'm sorry?
You said your presentation is on YouTube, right?
No, there is a presentation that I made in Ghana that will be on YouTube.
Oh,
The
not this.
the videos, the testimonial from Afravana is available now on YouTube. More videos will be coming. We're dropping new videos every week. Because I've been traveling for some time, we have hundreds of hours of video that my media manager and I are processing right now. So if you go to the YouTube channel, you'll see new videos every week.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Is
Thank you for your time.
is it possible for you to provide the links to the board so that they can go and take a look at your presentation that you were doing?
Yes, all of, I'm everywhere. It's consistent. It's Kobe Cares, K-O-B-I, Cares, C-A-R-E-S, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, youtube.com/Kobe Cares is probably the best. And it's youtube.com/ @ Kobe Cares. They just added the @. There is a travel channel, so a lot of the videos about the travel and the business that is coming out of the travel, you'll find it.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right, thank you. South Fulton forever.
Okay, we're going to move on to the new Grady ER for South Fulton presentation. The presentation arrived. I like that shirt. I need one of those.
Me too.
I know, right? When I saw it, I was like, Grady baby.
Grady babies, raise your hand.
There's a basketball tournament that's happening, the SIAC tournament, and they were all the
SWAC.
HBCUs. SWAC is next week.
Yep.
SIAC was today.
This week.
So we'll be at that one as well. My name is Marilyn McCain, and I'm one of the leaders at Grady in laboratory medicine. And today, we wanted to talk about a few things about Grady, but primarily give you an update on what's happening in this community that Grady is a part of. But before we do that, next slide, please. Some of the numbers that you'll see on our health equity journey. Next slide. Grady's emergency department, we see well over 148,000 patients, and this is our 2024 data. Our urgent care visits, we have an urgent care facility right across the street from the emergency room. We saw over 19,000 patients there last year. Our EMS responses was 179 plus thousand. Our total patient visits, 737,170 visits to the hospital, and we are currently have 953 licensed beds. Grady has capacity for 1,000 beds. Next slide. Oh. Okay, thank you. That's better. Thank you. Next slide. So some of our stats at Grady, we have over 8,600 staff members at Grady, over 1,600 physicians practice at Grady from Morehouse School of Medicine and Emory University School of Medicine, plus the physicians that are on staff at Grady. We have over 2,500 nurses on staff, and our neighborhood health centers last year saw over 193,000 patients. We have 8 neighborhood clinics throughout Fulton and DeKalb counties, which are the counties primarily that Grady serves, although we see patients from all over the southeast region of the United States and beyond. Currently, we have 8 neighborhood health centers that are operational. The newest was Lee and White facility over in the West End. And in South Fulton, we have the Camp Creek facility has a very large neighborhood health clinic there with primary care as well as pediatrics. We have all the modalities there for radiology as well as a full-service laboratory and a pharmacy. We have 1 infectious disease clinic on Ponce de Leon and 3 behavioral health clinics throughout South Fulton, North Fulton, and downtown Atlanta at the Central City Park, Woodruff Park area. And we just opened in October of last year a behavioral health crisis center to alleviate some of the behavioral health crisis patients that we see at the main hospital. This facility is located on Metropolitan Parkway, right off of Cleveland. Next slide. So some of our other stats for the year of 24, we saw over 737 patients in the outpatient clinics. Of those, 371,000 plus were seen in our specialty outpatient clinics. And our emergency room stats, I gave you that before, over 148,000. We did over 17,000 surgeries. 376 patients received burn care. 4,607 patients were seen in our orthopedics clinics. And over 2,600 patients for stroke. And our payer mix, we have about 31% uninsured, 28% commercial, 25% Medicare, and 16% of Medicaid. Our origin, our patients come to us from Fulton County, DeKalb, and then 19% from outside of those 2 counties. Next slide. So by race and ethnicity, the vast majority of our patients are Black and African American, over 79%, 11.9% other, 7.3% white, 1.3% Asian, and 0.3% that are multiracial. And you see the language distribution there as well as age distribution. Thank you. Next slide, please. And our patients come from the various zip codes that you see here, the vast majority from 30331. I believe some of these are zip codes within the South Fulton community. And by diseases, we see obesity, hypertension, diabetes, depression, and chronic kidney disease to be the top 5. Our social determinants of health that our patients face: financial strain at 35%, food insecurity at 27%, 15% of our patients have transportation needs, 11% have housing insecurity, and 4% have utility insecurities. Next slide. So a part of what we are focusing on at Grady is health equity. And health equity means that everyone has a fair and just opportunity to be as healthy as possible. This requires moving the obstacles to health, such as poverty, discrimination, and the consequences of those, including powerlessness and lack of access to good jobs and fair pay, quality education and housing, safe environment, and health care. Next slide. This is a look at our health equity staff. This is one of the newest divisions we have at Grady. And a part of what we do, I just said I spent the day at Clark Atlanta University doing health fairs. This team goes out across the counties, and we are participating in health activities almost every weekend, sometimes during the week. Next slide. So primarily what I wanted to bring you all up to speed on today is our newest and most exciting venture, and that is the opening of the freestanding emergency room that will be in Union City, and that would be on the corner of South Fulton Parkway and Highway 92. Grady has purchased over 40 acres of land in that space, and we will be breaking ground in April for this new 20,000 square foot facility that will have over 20 beds, exam rooms, including 2 specialized resuscitation rooms. I know that says 16, but it's really 20. And we have 4 observation rooms that will be there. We will also have a community room for the community to come in and have meetings as they may choose. We have 4 observation rooms, a comfortable waiting room for patients and their families. We will have advanced imaging services, including CT, X-ray, ultrasound, a full-service laboratory, dedicated clinical support services, and a community room, like I just said, for health education and community outreach. Some of the conditions we expect to see there will be basic abdominal pains, allergic reactions, breathing difficulties, and so on. Next slide. So of the neighborhood health clinics that Grady currently has open, we have 8 of them currently open in Fulton and DeKalb counties, but we have 2 more coming this year, one in the second quarter, third quarter, and then one later in the year in DeKalb County. That will be on Candler Road, and then the other one on Flat Shoals Road. But like I said, our latest clinic opened in September, and that's over in the West End. And of course, we have a beautiful facility over in Camp Creek that I have found not very many people in South Fulton County are even aware of. But we're taking strides to make sure we change that. It's a beautiful facility. Next slide. And so access to care, these are some of the things that we provide at Grady: scheduling, referrals, care coordination. We have interpreters for language barriers. We have all the modalities for radiology, admissions and discharge, initial screenings. And these are some of the things that we want to be able to continue even in this new facility out in South Fulton, in Union City. Next slide. I have a lot of data here that I'm probably not going to go through all of it, but we have slides here on health equity and some of the importance of health equity and how it relates to Grady and the areas that we service. There's one of the biggest things that we need to get through today is that in Atlanta, there is a 13-year difference in an individual's lifespan depending on their zip code. And I think we sent you some additional slides that you can share with your team later on that will show the various zip codes and the life expectancies. As you can see here, 30305 is in the northern sector of town. They have a life expectancy of 84 years. If you come down here to 30314, 71 years, and it's across the map here. It's very significant. And these are some of the things that our Office of Health Equity is actually focusing on. Next slide. Again, here's another slide that shows life expectancy by zip code. Again, more of the same in both Fulton and DeKalb counties, and more of the same there as well. And I think I'll stop there. Are there any questions for me? Yes.
You said Grady purchased 40 acres at that intersection. Will Grady use all of those 40 acres?
I'm so glad you asked that because I neglected to expand on it. The emergency room will be only the first phase of the project. The second phase will be a medical tower that will be built that will have 150 exam rooms in it. And then after that, we will build a 100-bed hospital on that site. So the emergency room comes first because, as you know, that's probably the most urgent need that we have now in the South Fulton area of Atlanta. With the closing of Atlanta Medical Center and the South Fulton Hospital, we are in a desert. There are no healthcare opportunities for our citizens in South Fulton. So that's why we're so excited about this new facility that we have here. So the full year plan is a 10-year plan for Grady right now, unless we can get some influx of funding from somewhere else and move it along fast.
Go back real quick. You said medical tower with?
A medical tower with about 150 exam rooms.
And the number of beds possibly for the hospital?
A hospital will be about 100 beds. Yes.
What's the anticipated completion date for the initial project, 20,000 square foot facility?
June of 26.
Right around the corner. That's
Right
fast.
around the corner.
That's
Yes.
fast.
Yeah, we're going to start that. Groundbreaking should take place next month. So that's the anticipated time. Now, you know, as construction goes, it could be sooner, which is probably unlikely, but it could be later. But that is the anticipated time frame for now.
Is the bus line out here at South Fulton and 95?
Yes.
I think that it is.
Since they put those.
Yes.
Yeah, around the corner, since they put the election center there.
Thank you very much.
Yes, it's right next door to that Fulton
Yeah,
County
Fulton
Elections
Elections.
Building. That's the 40 acres on that corner that Grady has purchased for the
Thank you
project.
all for this, because at least there's an effort being made
Thank you.
Yes.
in our area, because there was no effort before, so thank you.
And we're so happy to be a part of that.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Please come back and give us an update as you go up on the flag. Thank you so much. Yes, but on to the greater things.
Nice.
I'm kidding, I'm not a kid.
You're not a greater baby. Don't be claiming us, girl.
You can be a great.
Yes.
We welcome everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. That was very informative, and I'm glad to hear it. Okay, moving on to old business, we have the South Fulton Development Authority Board Retreat.
Yes, it's just a reminder, the board retreat is coming up on next week on Tuesday over at E9 Ranch, 8:30 a.m. until 4 o'clock p.m. Within your package, you'll see a tentative agenda for the event, I think.
Yes, right.
There's a tentative agenda. Try to be on time. Try to let your office know that, you can only take calls at your lunch break, and just come out, relax, and let's get some work done. Let's plan some strategies and goals for the upcoming year.
Where's that dress?
tell you
No,
exactly.
Johnny, don't invite me.
It's that subdivision. On Eden Road, you come to Butler, Indian, make a right, left, come down.
Are there
past
any
the,
questions
college
about the
church,
retreat?
college church.
And is this the retreat with all the boards?
Crazy
No,
curve.
this is just
ours.
ours.
Right there on the
Okay.
right-hand side.
All right, very good. Any questions about the retreat
We need the address, so everybody can have the address.
for the Inn and Ranch?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, I'll email it to you. I don't have it right now. It's in the calendar invite. You all should have it on your calendar invites.
All right, thank you very much. And the facade grant update, correct?
Ms. Davis.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm Corey Davis. I'm the Special Projects Manager for Economic Development over Districts 2 and 4. And I'm going to be giving you guys an update as far as what is going on with the ARPA facade grant funding. As you know, we had the pleasure of awarding 20 of our local businesses with $172,059.93. Highest amount awarded was $10,000, the lowest amount being $2,700. Out of the 20 grant recipients, 11 of our businesses have received funding so far. 4 businesses have received their full funding amount, and some provided the before and after photos, which is what I'll present a little later in the slides. 7 businesses have submitted paid receipts for 50% deposits down and started their facade projects. Projects consisted of updating signage, roof, door, window repairs, awning installations, paint jobs, light fixture additions, updating front patio furniture, parking lot pavements, etc. For some businesses, we pay deposits to the actual contractors and vendors themselves. Meanwhile, other business owners covered the cost in increments, and we reimbursed them as they provided us with those paid receipts. As you can see here, one of the paid in full businesses is South Fulton Studios, located in the Old National Commons Plaza of District 5. Before, they had a printed logo sign on some sort of fabric that could literally be easily taken down. They didn't have a marquee sign at the entrance of the plaza. They also did not have any greenery in their mulch areas. Their back door exits and stairs needed to be replaced and freshly painted as well. And so now, with this facade grant funding, they were able to get a new sign created and installed. They added some window and door decals. They were blank before all of this. They upgraded their mulch areas in front of the businesses, and they purchased some large plants to fill and enhance the space. They were also able to get a marquee sign made and installed, and they also replaced their damaged back doors and painted their back staircases, as you can see.
Not the gold.
We didn't have any say on that on the count, but you got it. Thank you. And then another business that was paid in full is Emily Nails and Hair Salon. It's located in Sandtown Crossing in District 1. They particularly wanted to update their signage and their lighting, install an awning, and fix and replace their front and their back doors. They also wanted to do kind of a deep clean of their exterior areas, like pressure washing the front area and making sure that their windows and their doors were presentable. So with this funding, they were also able to have a new sign installed, and they also updated their lighting in the sign as well, as you can see. They had their doors, front and back, fixed and replaced, and they also had their areas pressure washed. And they currently are waiting on their awning to be installed as well. And so at this time, we've communicated with each recipient as far as it goes with completing their facade projects. However, for those who haven't begun any improvements, we'll be following up with them this month to see what their status is. Any questions?
Good job. Thank you. Very good. Thank you very much. Okay. We are moving forward. Would you all like a break, or do you want to go directly into executive session?
Keep it moving.
All right, let's keep it moving. I'd like to entertain a motion for executive session to discuss real estate, personnel, or litigation.
Motion to move into executive session to discuss real estate, personnel,
And litigation.
and litigation.
Okay, it's been motioned. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, it's been motioned and second. All those in favor, please, any discussion? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, we will give our guests a few minutes to leave, and then we will start our executive session.
That's yours, yes, sir.